Okay, this is Valkyria Chronicles. Apparently there's 4 in the series, but I don't have number 4, which apparently starts before this one and ends after it. I assume that means that it's from a different perspective. Number 2 was a PSP exclusive. Number 3 was also a PSP exclusive and also never translated from Japanese, so... Number 3 also was apparently the one with the best story. Oop. No! I blathered on too long. Skip, 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 skip. Alright, so I've got a load game that I'll be doing eventually. Actually, you know what? I'll load now. Who cares about actual new game? I've got New Game Plus.
The year was 1935 EC. 2 powers controlled the continent. In the east, the sun rose over the autocratic East European Imperial Alliance, otherwise known as the Empire. In the west, a network of loosely allied democracies formed the Atlantic Federation. Both powers depended on a precious mineral ragnite for their survival, and its growing scarcity led to the inevitable
Exhaustion
war.
within 10 years.
Hostilities began in the east when the Empire aggressively crossed their western border. The Atlantic Federation responded, and the Second European War was on. The Empire, with its vast military superiority, struck hard, gaining ground in early victories and putting the Federation on the defensive. Emboldened by their progress and momentum, the Empire set their sights beyond the borders of the Federation. In neighboring Gallia, a peaceful principality along the sea, they found their next victim. Gallia had long maintained its neutrality in the tensions between the 2 superpowers. But the rich stores of ragnite under the Gallian soil proved too tempting for the Empire. It amassed troops along the eastern border and invaded with all the force of an avalanche. Prologue. Gallia to arms.
So the nice thing about New Game Plus is that it unlocks all the cutscenes at once, so you don't have to watch them all. I'm still gonna do that though. Or, if you were actually playing New Game Plus, you could just skip straight to the battle.
The year was
Wait, crud.
1930.
That is not the correct one. This is in fact the opening cutscene. So this is the actual next cutscene. If you're playing a regular new game, then it's the one that says new on it, as opposed to this where it says new on the battle.
March 1935. Outside the Gallian border town of Brule. Residents are leaving the town before the invasion, headed inland towards the capital.
Sure is convenient that every single vehicle has their engines exposed like that.
I haven't been down this road in years. It really hasn't changed very much. Whoa. Already? Hey there, guys. You're beautiful. Starting early this year. You're heading upstream, huh? How's the water?
So the thing about this game is that all of your troops have individual personalities that give bonuses in different situations. This guy has Nature Lover as a trait, so anytime you're on, like, grass or whatever, he gets stat boosts.
Freeze! Put your hands in the air. Slowly. Haven't seen you around before. What's your name?
My name's Welkin. And you are...
The one with the gun. We're with the Brultown Watch. I'm Alicia. Alicia Melchiot. So, I'm wondering what you've been writing in that little book you've got there. Imperial spies are in the area.
This book is nothing, really. I was just sketching the fish and, you know...
Yes. Oh, I know. And you know there's a war on, don't you? All right then, Mr. Artist. We'll talk about fish sketching down at the station. Take him away.
Thanks, fish.
She is also one of the people who has nature-related traits. She got something about country roads being the best or something like that, so anytime you're on a dirt path, she has stat boosts. Which is convenient, because everything's made of dirt in trench warfare. So she's pretty much the best unit you're going to get in the entire game. I'll be not using her.
Flowers, bugs, and fish. You're not bad with a pen, are you? I have to say, they're really very good.
Thank you. So you see, I really was just sketching.
Maybe. Or this could be some kind of secret code. And I intend to take my time finding out for sure.
Great.
At least until after the
Welks?
tanks roll in.
Is that you?
Isara! Oh, your timing is perfect.
What have you gotten yourself into now, Welkin? Wait. Don't you live at the old general's house? That's right. I'm General Gunther's daughter, Isara. You do know everyone's supposed to evacuate, right?
Yes, I'm aware of that. My brother's here to help me move to the capital, but that may be difficult. I mean, unless you're willing to let him go, that is.
Huh?
Isara, on the other hand, doesn't have any traits.
I apologize, but I was just doing my job, you know. I saw you with the notebook and thought you were a spy. Again, I'm really sorry about that.
Thanks. Don't worry about it. I can see how I might have looked a little suspicious.
Welks has a real passion for observing nature. That's why he's studying it at the university, right?
Guilty as charged. I get so into it sometimes I forget where I am or that somebody might be watching me.
Gunfire! Everyone keep your heads down!
Over there! Come on! Damn it!
Welkin, you can handle a gun, right?
Yeah. I mean, I made it through training anyway.
Well, they're probably just a small scouting team. We should be able to take them out.
I'm with you.
And now, the actual game.
Okay, here's the plan.
Got to eliminate the Imperial Scouts. Deploy from here, take out all three of them. Take care of them one at a time. So, if either of those two dies, game's over.
Let's get started. Just stay calm and get it done.
So, as you can see, all three of these are scouts.
I see 3 of them.
That's 3 too many. Stay sharp.
Well, I guess you can't actually tell because there's no explanation for what the symbols mean yet. But the little badge symbol right there means that if they are alive at the end of the turn, that unit will be giving you another one of those CP medals up there. Each CP medal lets you control one unit. That little symbol next to Town Watchman means that he's a scout. All three of these are scout because they're all marked with that symbol on the minimap. You can see that this guy is also a scout. Scout, scout. They got 110 HP. Town Watchman has 180. And because this is New Game Plus and scouts class are that are actually attached to the army are maxed out, they have 300 and some odd HP each. Alicia is also the scout who has the most HP, so that's another reason she is the best unit you're ever going to get. So, it's pretty simple. You go up to the unit, stand right next to him, press the target button, and then you aim at their face. You can also tag the bodies to make sure they're dead, though it's absolutely terrible when the enemy does that to you, so I don't know why you would ever actually do that. Just pointless, kind of. And then you end your turn when you've gotten a little bit further along. You could also just choose one of these two, but then they'd have to run all the way up here too. So, what you do is you grab the Town Watchman again. That little bar under target mode, though, is how far they can run. Every time you select them, they can run less and less far, because their stamina is running out. Fortunately, at level 1, these guys are terrible shots, and they do no damage. Oh, crud. Well, that could have gone better. Unfortunately, if your gun is not actually in line with their geometry, it doesn't exactly work properly sometimes. This is usually the biggest problem when it's like, hey, you're up against a tank and you're trying to shoot it in the glowing blue weak point, but hey, guess what? You're so close that you're actually inside the glowing blue weak point, so it actually doesn't hit. So once you've run out of CP, you can end the current phase. Generally, you're going to want to have your guys facing the enemy because you know how that guy was shooting as I was going up to him? Your units do that too. If they move, your units will shoot at them. He's got 3 actions, so let's see what he does. He takes 1 step and then starts shooting. Not hard. Too bad the accuracy on that guy is really terrible as well. The thing about the AI is they rarely use more than 2 command points on a single unit. And they only use 2 on like harder difficulty maps. So, that reticle right there is aimed at his head, so it says 2 shots in the head will kill him. If you aim at the body, 4 shots will kill, and that's if all 4 hit. So it's usually best to aim for a headshot because these things are not accurate.
I don't see any more of them.
So, if I had actually hit the guy, that would have all been done in 1 turn, which would have gotten an A rank. Every rank beyond, like, D gets you bonus experience and bonus money. So, if you get A, you get the maximum reward. If you get D, you get the minimum, but you at least passed.
Miss Melchiot. There's no other sign of the enemy.
Good. Now, go keep watch and stay alert.
Yes, ma'am. What should we do with the bodies, ma'am?
We'll bury them. So it's begun. I'll do whatever it takes to protect the people of this town. I'll do it. Even going to war, I'll do it.
Oh no, pollen. Dandelion seeds? Yeah,
What are
dandelion
those?
seeds.
Seeds from the lion's paw. It blooms white, small, simple, and strong.
I want to be able to remember, once the war is over, that it wasn't all just people killing people.
There's also people
That
killing tanks.
Even in war, there was also new life.
On the 15th day of the 3rd month of the year 1935, the Empire began its assault in earnest. A formal declaration of war was made upon Gallia. Though it was only a small front in a massive continental assault, what followed would prove that a tiny nation could best a military giant. These events would tell a story of tragedy hidden in the mists of time. A story of courage and of trust, of persecution and hate, and of love blooming even through the flames of war. What follows is a record of this conflict and of those who fought, lived, and died.
Irene Kohler, on the Gallian front. Gallia. That word. And that
Chapter 1. In Defense of Brule.
brings it to chapter 1. New episode added. I'll do that next time.